So Edochie started again. This time around, he wants to use guilt. He wants to use emotional blackmail to kind of attack me. Right now, he's saying that me, you have turned the hearts of my children against me. And he wants to take legal action against me. He said he's not going to accept it, he's not going to agree. He said his children loved him. Of course, past tense, loved him. But now they are no longer reciprocating. I don't know what they need to reciprocate, because the last time I checked, Edochie, you felt good. You felt so happy. You said 2023 is the best year of your life. If that is what it is, then what are you talking about? What are you talking about? May is using my children against me. She does not want my kids to accept me, and I'm not going to accept, I'm not going to agree to this one. This is wrong, this is evil, this is that, this is this. Well, Edochie, you'll be in a much more serious trouble. Yes, because the legal representative of May, they have sent Edochie a warning, a message, and I'm very sure that he will not be stupid not to take note of what they are telling him. Edochie wants to use my children as an avenue to begin once again. Recall back then, Edochie used different means. There's nothing that he didn't do. There was a time he would go to the house without being asked to come. The court had told him not to come around and all of that. There's nothing that he didn't do. At times he would drive down there, park his car, sit there and say, okay, I have the right to be on the street. No one can tell me not to be on the street. So he was acting as a spy in the hope that he will get some video recording of May and then use that against her in court. So since none of those things worked, he had no option than to come up on social media and to say, hey, you went to do Bobby alignment, you went to do Bobby enlargement. When you did it, who paid for it? Was it not your boyfriend, your man friend, blah blah blah? He said all sort of things, but he could not show us anything. There is no receipt to whatever it is that he's saying. So people said, okay, let us even give you that benefit of doubt. Let us say, okay, it might be possible. Because we are not living with you guys, and one person might be an expert in portraying herself or himself as a saint, like I have never sinned. But show us receipt. We want to see, since you guys have brought your case on social media, show us the receipt. We want to see what you are saying. Till today, Edochie, maybe he's just so kind. Maybe he's just too kind. Edochie has been unable to produce receipt of all that he has accused or alleged. None of it. But his own receipts are all over the place, even though he claimed that it's all skit making and that it has nothing to do with adultery and what have you. But, it is what it is, like I've always said. I don't know what Edochie wants again. You cannot force your kids to love you. If a divorce is to happen, children know who to align with. I mean, if they are given the opportunity or the chance to take decision, they know who to align with, because they are not dumb, they are not stupid. They might not know everything. They might not know the root cause. They might not know maybe the nitty-gritty of it, but the surface, at least what they, in their innocence, what they can process, they know that, no, daddy, you are the one. No, mommy, you are the one. Mommy, you are always the one that will get daddy upset. Whenever daddy comes, daddy is happy, daddy is playing with us. Then the next thing you do, you try to create some issues and environment so that both of you will. These kids, they know these things. They can judge better. That's the same thing with Carl. Carl knows. Carl can see. Carl can see. Carl knows. So, and not just Carl, the little one called Zane, and the grown-up one called Danielle. Danielle is a grown woman, and she already aligned with her mother. Like, no, mom, this is not acceptable. At the beginning, she did not really want to align with her mom 100%. She wanted to be in between, like, no, dad, you messed up, but I don't know why you decided to, even if at that, even if it was that argument you had with mom before you left, even if it's that, but this one, we are hearing that you've been in this journey for 10 years and even more. And of course, there might have been some little issues here and there. Talk about who was that lady that called you? Why did she say I love you? Oh, she was just blah blah. You know, they must have had series of such arguments. You Edochie would have, oh, who is that guy that you called you? Oh, why did you go to the UK and you had no reason to go? They must have had one thing or the other talk here and there. We all know these things happen all through their years, being together. We know. So she was in between. Not until Edochie started manifesting. In fact, the kind of manifestation of Edochie is more than that of someone who is under deliverance. Plus what we asked and what we did not ask. Everything started tumbling out of the mouth of Edochie. He started ranting. He started talking. He started vomiting the unvomitable. And Danielle looked at him like, no, this is not my father. This man is probably alien from somewhere. This man can never be my father. No, this man is not my father. To further show daddy that I am protesting against you without being rude, she yanked off Edochie from her name. Eventually, Edochie made it public. Rather than Edochie seeing reason to why, these are the kind of people that wants to be president, governor. Just look at the recent protest in Nigeria now. The president spoke, but he didn't address. Rather, he talked about what he has done. It's the same approach of Edochie. They don't like addressing the root cause of issues. They like to just give this cosmetic packaging. That's the approach. Rather than him doing the needful, the next thing Edochie did was to tell May, take off my surname from your name. I told you to return my bride price. How dare you? How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. Before, it was on and off that Danielle was doing. Finally, Danielle yanked off Edochie from her name permanently and gave herself to Bame. I have no business with you. What else? So Edochie is now saying that he has lost his children, blah, 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 and he wants to use that as a kind of threat, like I want to have access to my children, I want them to spend time with me, we are going to co-parent them, blah, 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 blah. Wow.